We've been talking in our youth group about creating a culture of worship, a place where you're not the odd one out if you want to worship. That's in our youth groups, that's in church, that's wherever. One of the ways we do that is we persist in our praise and we don't let other people's lack of worship determine our worship level. In the Old Testament, there's King David who takes a nation which is going like this up and down in its devotion to God, and he creates a worship culture in that midst. And he literally employs thousands of people to sing praises to God. But before he establishes that, he establishes a worship culture in his own heart first. And there's this account of David stripping down pretty much to his underwear to worship God in public. I don't encourage you guys to do that today. You might get locked up. David was passionate and he didn't care what other people thought about him. He didn't care what people were saying, the people who made fun of him. David gets home to his wife and she gives it to him. She lays it out. She's like, "You're an idiot. You've got a reputation here. What are you doing? You're acting like an idiot." And David simply says, "Look, it's going to get more undignified than this. I'm going to get a little more crazy and passionate in my worship to God." David didn't care about his social standing. I think we've got to become a little bit like King David if we want to create a worship culture. We've got to be worshiping no matter what other people around us are saying about us. Worship is a passionate expression of the heart. Passion is something that was made to explode. It's something inside of us that it grows and goes, or it stays and stagnates. When you suppress passion time and time again because you're worried about what other people are saying, what people are thinking, then it actually squashes it in your life and you find yourself in a place of complacency, apathy. You're looking around wondering why other people are passionate about God. How come they're encountering God in worship? Perhaps the thing is it's become normal for us not to express passion. We don't know how to express passion anymore. Passion does one of two things. It either invites people, like-minded, like-spirited people will come along and be like, "I want what you've got," or it intimidates people. It freaks people out. People don't get it, they don't understand it, and they shut you off or they shut you out. And we just got to make sure that in our hearts, we're worshiping God and just keeping our eyes on Him, and people will get attracted to that, and that's how we create a worship culture. Don't worry about the people who are intimidated by that. If David can establish a culture of worship in Israel, we've got the Holy Spirit living inside of us today. How much more can we create a culture of worship in our circle of friends? I think it starts with saying, am I holding back my passion, or do I need to rediscover the passion and maybe the fire that I've lost in my own life? And in doing so, other people will be inspired and ignited and invited by your passion.